Hello, and welcome to this special presentation designed to introduce you to the concept behind MultiWin Plan. MultiWin Plan is an economic model that combines crowdfunding and network marketing. So what is crowdfunding? Crowdfunding is an internet-based fundraising system to finance innovative projects. Examples are startups that are not able to secure financing through traditional financing channels like banks, who have become more cautious of lending them money. But of course, this trend isn't anything particularly new. This system allows users to finance new projects, whether they are part of a regional, national, or even international market. Let's have a look at some crowdfunding statistics. This is a phenomenon that has taken off all around the world. Here are some figures to put it in context. Crowdfunding saw $2.7 billion raised in 2012, with major players in the US and Europe. This figure rose to $5 billion in 2013 and increased again by 50% in 2014. Forbes magazine expects a market of $1 trillion by 2020. Now take into consideration that only 20% of people have heard of it. So what are the benefits of crowdfunding for the project developer? Well, for them, there's no risk of project refusal by the banks. It's very difficult to get money from banks so quickly, especially for startups, which represent a large risk for them. So designers can appeal directly to individuals, which is extremely fast for raising funds. This cuts down on the amount of time it normally takes to launch a project. Apart from banks, venture capitalists are the so-called business angels who invest in these projects, but in return, the designers have to sacrifice a significant percentage of their business to these same business angels, with very little opportunity to get out of their contracts, without incurring high costs, of course. With crowdfunding, the costs are far more cheaper than through traditional financing channels, even with payment of royalties to subscribers. Clearly, crowdfunding is a much more reactive and much cheaper way for designers to make their project a reality. One reason why this concept is so popular today. So who are we? MultiWin is a private club of subscribers that was created in 2014, designed to launch innovative projects. It is an exclusive community with a limited number of members. Members crowdfund the projects they believe in and become partners in order to ensure that they come to fruition. This allows them to receive payment on the future sales of these projects when the products go to market. These projects, as we've seen previously, are for a large consumer audience on a worldwide scale. Subscribing, that's to say, contributing to these projects, will enable members to earn commissions on those sales. Members can also be eligible for financing bonuses when they sign up members to support these projects as well. The company is a holding company consisting of 3 companies: Worldwide Marketing, headquartered in London, Rift France, headquartered in Sophia Antipolis, close to Nice on the French Riviera, and Rift Connectics, headquartered in Silicon Valley, California. As you can see, the company operates in 3 countries that regulate network marketing, which is reassuring for subscribers. So, what type of products are developed using this platform? Well, these are innovative products designed for the general public, categorized in terms of key demographics, whether that be for children, teens, parents, men, women, seniors, and even professionals. These products span across many uses: the house, smart furniture, the kitchen, the bedroom, but also the car. The selection of a project to be financed is made according to strict criteria. The overall process is to first contact or be contacted by a project developer as appropriate. Our company first performs several extensive studies to determine project feasibility, technical validation, financial structure, and market potential. If the project fulfills these conditions, it puts a contract in place. Then, the project is launched and members start raising funds through the crowdfunding platform. So what is the financial life cycle of a project? Well, it's actually quite simple. Once the project is approved, it is published to MultiWin Club members. Contributions are made directly on the selected crowdfunding platform. The funds are not held by the company itself, but by the crowdfunding platform that has already been approved by financial authorities. This guarantees securities for those who subscribe. When the budget goal is attained, the project becomes viable and the funds are made available to the project owner, who can then follow an established roadmap. Once the campaign is completed and sales begin, the project owner pays a percentage of sales to the MultiWin Club subscribers in accordance with the established contract. This contract specifies the rate of commissions payment and the royalty lifespan, usually between 2 and 5 years. So what are the benefits for you? Well, there's quite a few. You don't need to be an expert in any specific domain or market. You don't have to sell anything. You aren't required to promote anything. And you just follow the same simple procedure for each campaign that inspires you. That way, you guarantee a constant revenue stream for the entire duration of the contract, on average between 2 and 5 years. But maybe you're wondering why a project owner would prefer to use MultiWin rather than go directly through one of the many other crowdfunding platforms already out there. Well, there are several important reasons. What you need to know first and foremost is that out of 100 crowdfunding projects pitched, only 2 actually raise the funds and go to market. This leaves many project owners disappointed. The reason is simply because these innovators must do many jobs at once. Jobs outside of their expertise. They might have an amazing idea, but no marketing machine to support it or technical prowess to ensure it really works. With MultiWin, the project promoter is guaranteed a competent team that will assist him in the development and completion of the project by first studying the technical feasibility, market potential, and financial structure. But they also have a major strike force in the number of subscribers ready to finance them immediately. This means that campaign funds are raised in just a few weeks, a huge advantage over banks and popular crowdfunding sites where projects are lost in the sheer volume of ideas. Now that you understand the concept a little better, let's take a look at your earning potential when you join the MultiWin Club. At the beginning of the presentation, I mentioned that the MultiWin concept is a combination of crowdfunding and network marketing. A point that I'd like to emphasize is that you can join the club and simply participate in different campaigns without generating referrals. Of course, those who refer others will accrue much more financial gain, but each member is free to do as they please. There's absolutely no obligation. As a reminder, you don't have to sell anything, and you don't have to promote any products either. You are free to support or not whichever projects you like. With MultiWin Plan, you can earn revenue on every campaign that you contributed to, on referrals that you've sponsored, and on mass sales that can come from partnerships with major retailers, both online and traditional brick-and-mortar stores, over several years. There are 2 ways to contribute to a campaign, either in a pack of $149 or $299. These amounts are the same for each campaign, except if the company decides to change them in the future. You can contribute to as many campaigns as you like. Once the product has been developed and marketed, you will receive the same amount as your original contribution every month. The contract duration is between 2 and 5 years, so if you supported a project at $149, you can expect to receive anywhere between $3,600 to $8,900. If you supported a project at $299, this amount would be from $7,200 to $18,000. A very nice return, all things considered. But the earnings don't stop there. Let's have a look at sponsoring compensation. Of course, you can generate more revenue with referrals. Consider the example of a network with 5 levels, or degrees of separation, if you will. To collect commissions on referrals, you must be a subscribing member. That means you have participated in at least 1 campaign and have 2 subscribed members under you. Sponsorship compensation is calculated on 4 levels, the percentages for each here on the screen. Level 1, 32%, Level 2 at 8%, Level 3, 4%, and Level 4, 2%. After 4 levels, or degrees of separation, referral compensation is no longer given. In this example, you can see the compensation calculated for a contribution of $299. However, you can see that having 3 members who purchase a pack at $299 through you means that you have already covered your initial contribution. Your support hasn't cost you a dime. This is an effective starting strategy for savvy users. Having at least 3 members means you can self-finance your own investments. Previously, we had a look at sales compensation on your contributions. Now we add this to the network compensation for your referrals. They are calculated based on 7 levels with respectively 1% for level 1, 2% for level 2, 3% for level 3, 4% for level 4, 8% for level 5, 16% for level 6, and 64% for level 7. Once all of this is combined, your earnings represent significant recurring income. So how do you sign up? Let's have a look at how easy it is to sign up for MultiWin Plan and join the club. Just click on the button that says "Click here now" below this video. Your membership in the club is free and you don't have to contribute to any campaign. But in order to access your earnings, you must have contributed to at least 1 campaign. In order to collect referral bonuses, you must have at least 2 referrals who contributed through you. Keep in mind that space is limited for project financing. If sponsorship spots fill up fast, you'll be put on a waiting list and only be able to access the club if a member leaves. Once you've clicked on the button, you'll be directed to this registration form. Simply complete the fields that are shown and then click on Sign In. You will receive an email showing your ID, password, and member code, the latter of which you will give to your future referrals. You can find this number in your member account space as well. Please be sure to check your spam folder if you do not immediately receive an email. So now that you're part of the MultiWin Plan Club, let's look at how you can subscribe to a campaign. Just visit the site and in the top menu click on Campaigns, then Current Campaigns, and follow the procedure. But of course, that's not all there is to it. Let's have a look at the next slide to get an idea of how MultiWin Plan supports you. When you join MultiWin Plan, you aren't alone. You have a number of tools at your disposal. First, a Facebook group called Multiwin USA, where you can find all the necessary documentation for you and your contacts. Of course, you can exchange with other members about their MultiWin experience as well. To promote your activity, you will also have access to a free webpage where you can include a video that explains the MultiWin Plan concept. To direct people to your registration page, you just insert the link provided. A tutorial is also available in the MultiWin Plan Facebook group. You can also find the schedule of webinars organized every week, both in English and French. These webinars are automatically recorded so that you can consult them even after their initial broadcast. We make sure that members have all the necessary information in real time, and that project owners have the tools and support to deliver successful results. All of this means bigger and faster success for everyone involved. So if you're tired of online opportunities that disappear as quickly as they appeared, then join a real community with effective leaders, realistic plans for the future, and a true long-term vision. Become an influential economic actor by helping innovative projects get from A to Z. Then sit back and watch your income pile up over years of global sales. Come join us. All that's left now is to join us by clicking the link below this video. I want to say thank you to everyone for taking the time to learn about this excellent opportunity. I'm very proud to be a part of MultiWin in the USA, and hopefully we'll talk to you soon.